Buongiorno! Here Emanuele Fiore and here Rafael Ventura.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. Nice to have you here in person.
Of course, nice to have you. So Rafael Ventura, born in New York, family from El Salvador. This is probably a funny coincidence that you are a crypto pioneer, real estate expert, and with family in El Salvador where we know a massive adoption of Bitcoin and crypto from the president. What's the name of the president? I forgot.
Mr. Nayib Bukele.
Yeah, so this is a funny coincidence. Anyway, Rafael Ventura is a founding member of one network technology company in the law sector. This was in the past. And now you are in this new project, Lumara, the new platform for purchase, buy, selling, renting homes in real estate with crypto. So how long have you been working for this project? When did you start thinking about it?
Yeah, so I mean, it came about in a funny instance. Like my wife and I were looking for a home, traditional move, New York City to the suburbs. Big believer in crypto, enthusiast, personal and business expertise and experience, but I wanted to buy a house with my crypto.
Because you were one of these big bag holder of crypto
maybe, probably not
during pandemic.
Just because I believed in the technology and I was already transacting in it, and why not transact with something bigger? Obviously open to it. So we met. I was meeting with agents and didn't really know too much about it. Some of them were pretty aggressive and said, "I'll figure it out."
So. Talking about this project, so you started, couple years ago, really putting together the work?
About 2 years ago. In the last year, we were pretty aggressive about meeting with agents, meeting with brokerages, team members, heads of firms, just trying to see what they're interested in.
And now it's launched? What is a website? Or
So it's officially launched.
Okay.
You compare it to Zillow of Crypto. It's a marketplace exclusively listing cryptocurrency properties.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so right now it's a website, and you think will be also an app soon, or?
Yeah, very soon. I mean, it's in demand for sure, but we wanted to hit the public with something that maybe is easier to digest. But definitely, we're on our phone all the time, so it's important to.
Yeah, that's why I was saying when I usually look at my crypto wallet, I always open on the phone. So it would be actually nice to see everything on the phone. So crypto is a matter that is not for everybody, but soon probably will be for everybody.
Yeah.
And let's say there is a person that is not an expert. You believe that will be still looking in your platform? You need to be a real expert to understand how it works, or facilitate the transaction also for others?
Yeah, great question. So we call it's an expert network. Lumar is an expert network. So we're pioneers. There's full spectrum. There's agents that don't know anything about it. They're on the fence. They don't like it. They don't want to learn about it. But the interesting thing about real estate and agents is that they're competitors, and they always want the best. They want to open up as many avenues of marketing and opportunity. So this is another one.
And that's so true because, for example, for a real estate agent, as I am, I always want to give to my clients, either sellers or buyers, the more opportunity to buy and sell real estate. So for me, it would be just a great tool and a great new avenue. Tell them, listen, we can sell your home also via cryptocurrency, or you can buy your home via cryptocurrency. And it's just an extra avenue to basically they can be pursuing. And actually, it's great. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we consider the crypto community to be a bit of an untapped market. Like, who's really marketing to crypto? Like, are they hanging out on Street Easy and Zillow? Like, are they even buying homes yet? I think this is going to intrigue them and get them activated. And
right now, it's sort of an extra layer of service. But probably soon, if the network effect will snowball, then everybody would kind of use it. So you have a great marketplace and huge potential if you think about it.
Yeah, for sure. No, we're excited. I mean, we definitely went into it knowing that we would be the minority and people would look at us with some skeptical eyes. It's like still a risk. Yeah, like, does it even work? No way. But we're starting really as similar as possible to the existing real estate process. and we're implementing different areas in the process where crypto gets involved.
So to talk about the real functionality of this service. So I'm a client, I'm looking for a home, and I see what exactly I see. This home is $7 million, and I see also the value in Bitcoin and Ethereum, how much it's worth, according to the volatility of the market, and which currency actually, which coins you.
So we're supporting the top 10 coins in terms of market cap.
Oh, 10. So it's kind of a lot.
Yeah, top 10. We're probably going to experience and have already experienced Bitcoin to be the big player, and Ethereum and stable coins. That's really what we're seeing in terms of transactions.
Because they're the one that most people are feeling safer about it.
Yeah, they're the old guards. There's a little bit less volatility.
Yeah.
There's more acceptance. They've been around for a really long time. But there are some people that are true believers in other coins, so we definitely want to stay nimble and keep an open mind to others.
So if I see a property and I like it, what a retailer, a client do? You just select the property, and then there is some sort of expert or agent. You will connect as the client with the agents to kind of guide him through the transaction, or they can do in your own. What's good for us? What's good for them?
So, I mean, we looked at the statistics, and, one of the statistics is, what is it, like 90% of home buyers work with an agent? Like, if you don't work with an agent, like, how successful are you going to be? So we wanted to build, first and foremost, a network of agents, full spectrum, not interested, want to be interested, don't want to be left behind, and agents that are Web3 focused, blockchain engineers. But we wanted to develop that muscle and get people interested, but also educated first as we start to accumulate the supply.
That's good to hear. That we still will have our business.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you all are, I think one of the main things that we have, and we're honest about this, is we're not real estate experts. We're leaning on the experts.
You are the technology side.
Yeah,
and then you let us do our job as we do usually, but just with crypto.
Yeah, we're not trying to like displace anyone. Like the real estate industry has been around for such a long time, and there's true experts, and there's a lot of value in the process. So we want to merge those worlds together and open up another opportunity.
So you're giving us a third vector, like we can sell with crypto, and we still suggesting to our client what to buy, what not to buy, how to sell, how much, and price. So this is like a synergy with agents.
Yeah,
I mean, that's great.
It's another tool.
And so when the transaction will actually happen, who is taking care? So I find the perfect property for my buyer, or I sell the property of my seller. Then the transaction will happen in the same traditional way, attorney, due diligence, contract sign, and then at the moment of payment or down payment, where do we send the money? Your app, actually your website will do the transaction, or who will be doing that?
Yeah, good question. So one of the things we wanted to make sure of is we didn't want to try to pretend that we were a payment processor. The fact of the matter is that we're an expert network. For real estate agents, we're connectors, buyers and sellers, and we're a marketplace. With that in mind, it was important, especially with crypto, that everybody's a little bit,
skeptical.
Exactly. We wanted to make sure that we're partnering with the best, one of the best.
So who is your partner at the moment?
So we're working with BitPay. BitPay works with some of the biggest shops, Shopify, Delta Airlines,
I use them too.
Yeah, they're great, and they have a lot of experience in managing real estate transactions in crypto.
So I'm sure they have also a good layers of safety when they process a payment, because everybody is scared, like, oh, and if I send my Bitcoin to the wrong address, then they disappear, they're gone. You will never retrieve them. So BitPay, I'm sure, since they are such a big institution, they have all their layers of safety.
Yeah, 100%. So even before you get involved in the transaction, there's proof of funds, there's KYC, like they're getting involved really early on to ensure that you're not wasting your time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool because
good.
Like you can get more involved in control with the real estate transaction, whereas before, like the banks are.
And what happens if I click the button buy now, and then during the process that could take, I don't know, an hour, no, usually take about 15 minutes, but like 30 minutes, then Bitcoin spikes up or crash.
Yeah.
What happened to my transaction?
So it's funny, not really funny, but a story that we've heard from one of the agents is, hey,
I mean, it could happen,
Yeah, we tried to do this a couple of years ago, and we started the transfer. We initiated the wallet transfer, and we were waiting for hours. Never happened. Everybody was sweating.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And
I don't want to be in that position.
It got late. People had to go home and go to sleep, and the transaction never took place. So people thought that it got
Nobody
lost.
slept that night.
Nobody slept. And they woke up, and luckily it happened. But that's definitely not the experience that we want to provide. So BitPay locks the transaction for 15 minutes. You kind of remove yourself from the volatility. There's peace of mind. They're creative also. So if the seller wants cash, but the buyer wants to pay in Bitcoin, they can facilitate that conversion. So we're trying to.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's a good thing also. Let's say one of the party doesn't want this method of payment. As a buyer, I want to pay you in Bitcoin, but the seller wanna have cash.
Yeah.
So you or BitPay will convert the Bitcoin for them?
100%.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's
Because
really cool.
as an agent, it's always difficult to find both parties that they agree to the same coin.
Yeah.
Because maybe he's a big bagger of Bitcoin and you want to just use them and the seller doesn't want them, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So these things that you can actually convert and do the conversion is actually great, because then basically you can open this market for everybody.
Yeah, the way we think of it is like that's a perfect example where a seller could be not into it. They're like, I want my cash. I've sold properties before. The transaction happens, it's successful, and it's a good positive experience. They can go with that experience and kind of speak about it and say, can you believe someone bought my house in Bitcoin or Ethereum? It was great. It was fast.
And the transaction fee, by the way, they must be ridiculously low.
It's about 1%,
Yeah.
Between 1 or 2%.
If you change, if you convert.
Right.
But if you do Bitcoin to Bitcoin,
It's very low. Yeah, if you do wallet to wallet.
To wallet.
We love that, and we really want to be pioneers behind that. But the fact of the matter is that not everybody has a Bitcoin wallet or a crypto wallet. But we're going to see more and more of that for sure.
Wow. I mean, that's awesome. So, and we already talked about the difference between you and the Street Easy or Zillow of the situation in terms of payment, and in terms of instead listing properties, what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean...
And where are you located mostly?
Yeah, so we have been a little selfish, and, I was born on Long Island, originally from New York. Like, this is kind of my home base. My family and I moved to Connecticut recently, but at the end of the day, like, we saw a big following in Miami and South Florida. Kudos to them. We love Miami, and there's a lot of people shuttling back and forth.
Well, Miami now is the crypto hub of America.
But why not New York, right? Like, we kind of thought, like, New York is such a mecca. There's so much happening. There's fashion, there's cars, there's business, there's finance, there's crypto. Yeah. So we definitely, and there's talent. Like, the talent of agents and brokerages, like, it's focused in New York and the tri-state.
So now you are Miami, New York, and soon other places, other countries.
We've got agents on the Hamptons, in New York City, in New England area, California, Texas, Miami.
The beauty of this business model is that literally crypto is worldwide.
Yeah.
There are no like euro against pound, against yen, against dollar. So, I mean, there is a lot of potential for expansion. Right now, how many agents you have signed up?
We've got a little over 400 agents.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's great. We had a bit of a wait list. We like to call it a wait list, but it's people, we had one agent in Greenwich that stood up and said, sign me up. Like, it's just a lot of passion behind it. She tried to sell her own home in Bitcoin in 2018. It never happened. She's a builder. She's very involved. So there are some true believers out there.
And how is the sign-up process, either for agent and for clients?
Yeah, great question. So buyers, sellers, and agents sign up for free. The benefit to the agent is they can sign up, they have an interested seller or buyer, and they can start to engage with the platform and get the benefits of the platform. For buyers and sellers, it's free, so we're generating leads and interest and funneling those leads and interest to the agents, so we're making those connections.
And I know as a fact that you are really pushing hard on this project, because Rafael actually called me out of a cold call, probably, right?
I knocked on his door.
He knocked me on my door probably 4 times by email. And then at the 4th emails, I say, okay, let me actually read it. You know how many emails we receive every day. So we always delete. If if it's not like offer or contract sign, I never open.
Yeah.
So I open and say, oh, okay, well, sounds good. Crypto, real estate service. And then we had a meeting. And since I'm always looking forward, and I want to be the first real estate agent at Serant offering these crypto services to my client, I had a meeting with Rafael, and I liked a lot this project. And I'm really looking forward to see the expansion of this, because I can't wait to do my first transaction in crypto. So I am officially the first Serant agent at Lumara. And congrats. I hope this will go well. I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
And come back anytime you want.
Yeah, we're excited. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
This is
no,
a
of
great
course.
opportunity for us.
So thank you guys. This was Lumara at Serant with Emanuele Fiore and Rafael.
Ciao.
Thank you. Ciao.